Good morning, students. Students, today we will learn a new lesson in English. The name of the lesson is Water in the Well. So, I'll start explaining to you all what is the lesson about, what is the story about. What a farmer needs most for his farm is a good source of water. Now, we all know that a farmer needs lots of water, a good source of water for his farm, for the crops, right? So, Qasim had his eye on a well that was just outside the boundary of his field. So, there was a person named Qasim. He had an eye on a well, okay, just outside the boundary of his field. He wanted that well, so he had an eye on that. But Ahmad, the man who owned the well, was a crafty old man. So the person whose well was, he was a crafty and he was a very smart man. He would not allow anyone to draw water from his well. So he was a very smart man. The man in blue, you can see, he was a very smart man and he would not allow anyone to take out water from his well. He told Qasim, okay, he told the other person, the person in green. He told Qasim, why do you come to me again and again to beg for access my well? So he's telling Qasim, Ahmad tells Qasim, why are you coming again and again over here to take water from my well? I feel sorry to turn down your request every time. So Ahmad was a smart man, as I told you. So what he's telling, I feel sorry to tell you every time not to take water from my well. Okay, I don't feel good, but actually he was very smart, Ahmad. So he says to Qasim, I have a suggestion for you. Okay, collect some money and buy the whole well from me. So what does Ahmad tell Qasim? You collect some money and buy this whole well from me. So now let's see what happens further. Qasim thought over the suggestion and liked it. So Qasim thought, yes, I will buy that well because I need it for my farm, so I will buy it. He knew Ahmad would ask for a lot of money because he saw in his mind's eye. So now he had thought, Qasim thought that to buy this well from Ahmad, he would ask for a lot of money. He would not tell you that take some money and give me that well. No, he would ask a lot of money. So Qasim, he was thinking channels of water running from the well. Means he thought that if I will get this well, I will get lots of water to put for my fields. Through his fields and made a decision. He took all his savings to Ahmad and brought the well. Now what does Qasim do? He took all his money and gave it to Ahmad and brought that well from Ahmad. Okay. The next day, he went to the well happily and dug out a channel. So he started doing some work in that well because that well becomes his now. Qasim's well because he brought it from Ahmad. So the next day he went to the well happily and dug out a channel. Channel means he dug out a way from where that water will pass from the well. But when he began to draw water, there was a surprise in store for him. Now when he started doing that work of making that way for the water to pass through, there was a surprise for Qasim. Now what happened? Suddenly Ahmad came forward. Now who sold the well? The person who sold the well, that was Ahmad. So he suddenly came forward and announced, what are you doing, Qasim? How dare you touch the water in my presence? So he's telling Qasim. Ahmad tells him, what are you doing, Qasim, over here? How dare you touch the water in my presence? Okay, he's telling, how dare are you touching that water in the well? What do you mean? Qasim says, what do you mean? Haven't you sold this well to me? So Qasim is saying, yes, you sold this well to me. So this well becomes mine. Okay, let's see further. I sold the well, all right. but not the water in the well. So what Ahmed says, I sold only the well to you, not the water inside. The water is still mine. The water still belongs to me. You can't use it. If you needed the water along with the well, you should have said so. So I told you that Ahmed was a very smart man. So what he says now, he turns and he says that Qasim, you told me you only wanted the water. Only the well. You didn't tell me you want the water also. Okay, so he starts saying all these things. I have a suggestion for you. So now Ahmed again tries to trick him. He's a smart man, right? So I have a suggestion for you. Pay for the water separately and use it. You can buy fresh water every day. I don't mind. So now what Ahmed does, he wants money. So what he tells Qasim, I have a suggestion for you. You pay for the water separately. Means every day you want fresh water from here, then you have to pay. But that's wrong, right? Because Qasim had brought the well, so the water also becomes his. Okay? Qasim was shocked to hear Ahmed's argument. So Qasim was shocked. It was so unfair, so unjust. We all know it's wrong because the well is sold, the water is also becomes of Qasim. It can't be Ahmed's water. He rushed to the Qazi and told him the whole story. Now the Qazi was a wise man. When we have certain problems, we go to the court solves the problem. So like that he went to this Qazi. He was a wise man. He was a man who solves problem. So Qasim goes to this man. His name was Qazi. Qazi was a wise man. He told Qasim to bring Ahmed to his court so that he could hear both sides of the case. So what he tells Qasim, Qazi tells Qasim, you get Ahmed also with you, so I will hear what you both of them are talking. Now let's see further what happens. Ahmed was summoned to the court. So Ahmed was brought to the court. The Qazi heard his argument patiently. So Qazi, the person, the wise man, was hearing both of them's points, what they were saying. Then next, let's see. I see that you are right. What you have sold is the well. The water is all yours. Isn't that so? So the Qazi, what he says, I know you are right. He tells whom? He tells Ahmed, you're right. What you have sold is that the well you have sold to Qasim. The water is yours, right? So he's telling Ahmed, the water is still yours, right, Qazi? Then what happens? Qasim's heart sank. So Qasim was sad. What he thought? That this Qazi is taking the side of Ahmed. Let's see further what happens. When he heard the Qazi's word, Ahmed in his hearts of heart was overjoyed. So Ahmed was very happy because he thought that Qazi is taking his side. Because he said, no, that the water is still yours. The Qazi says to Ahmed, water is still yours. So he was very happy. Ahmed, let's see. He had never thought the Qazi would side with him. So he thought that Qazi is taking his side, Ahmed thought. Now let's see further. My lord, I am so grateful you understand the fine points of this case. The water does indeed belong to me. So, Ahmed, as I told you, he was very happy. He thought that this Qazi is from his side. So he says, my lord, I am so grateful you understood my point in this case, that he thought that the water still belongs to me, still belongs to Ahmed. Now let's see further. In that case, now Qazi says, okay, to Ahmed, in that case, Ahmed, why are you keeping it in Qasim's well? You have no right to keep your belongings in his property. You must remove them immediately, or else you can pay a daily rent to Qasim. Then he will allow you to use his well. Now what does Qazi say to Ahmed? In this case, if water is yours, why are you keeping it in Qasim's well? Because the well is of Qasim. So how can you keep? It belongs to him. The property, the well, it belongs to Qasim. So you can't keep your water over there. You have to remove your water immediately, or else you will have to pay for it. Okay? The same thing what Ahmed did to Qasim, the same thing Qazi does to Ahmed. Okay? He says if you want to keep the water in the well, you have to pay for that. Let's see further. Ahmad was so confused that he did not know what to say. All the people present in the court began to laugh. Now, Ahmad did not know what to do, right? He was confused. He did not know what to speak. And all the people sitting in the court also started laughing. Okay? But Qasim was a generous man. He never troubled Ahmad for the rent that was due for him. Okay, Qasim was a very good man. He was not a greedy man by asking him money every time. He told him, yes, you can pay the money, but pay it slowly. I am not troubling you. So he used to not trouble Ahmad. He used to not hurt him. Okay, so here we end with this story, Water in the Well. We will learn the next lesson in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.